Alright. Hello and welcome. This is the first episode of our new podcast between me and a bunch of people. Olivia will be taking over the podcast at some point, but I'm just introducing everyone. As a warning, this will not be family friendly. There will be explicit content and explicit dialogue and discussion, so expect the worst. And also, we don't have a name for the podcast yet. What were we going to name the podcast?
We'll get some suggestions.
Okay.
Pit stop.
All right.
No, that sounds...
And
My
now, to introduce everyone,
banning Brittany from naming the podcast.
I am Jake, or Pikmin Jake, from my channel that this is being posted on. In the future, they may be moved to Olivia's channel, Monoceros. Well, it's kind of like it's kind of like a shared channel. We're all the members. So the next person is, introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Olivia.
Olivia is my sister. Olivia is my sister.
I wish we should have ended the podcast right after that silence.
I'm Tiffany with a B and two T's. And it's pronounced Brittany, so thanks for coming out. That's the cue for another person.
Hey, I was just about to go. Shut up. I'm Aries. I'm a part-time barista at Starbucks. Chris.
I'm a barista and Chris, and I'm gonna make Jake mad.
You're not a barista.
It didn't work.
Are we listing our occupation?
I'm a Boy Scout, apparently.
Oh.
And,
I just found out. I just found out that one of my markers was open and now it's broken. So, this is a great start.
Oh, that sucks, dude.
So, I was thinking to start this podcast off. I'm going to talk about a little bathroom story that I just had.
Okay.
So, as you guys, before the podcast, I went to the bathroom, and I walked out my bedroom door and noticed, hey, something smells really good. And I forgot that I put a hamburger patty in the oven, and I left it there.
For how long?
Oh, I don't know, probably like a good... When did we start talking on Discord? Because it was before that.
What time is it?
It's 9:30, so probably a good half an hour ago. I put a patty in my oven to warm it up from earlier today while I was at work. And, so I walk out, and I'm like, hey, smells really good. I'm like, I put a patty in the oven.
Hey,
So I ate a patty while I was on the toilet, and it was pretty brilliant.
Aries, why were you eating on the toilet?
Anyway, so you were booing as you were eating.
Do you know how many poop particles you were eating?
What? No.
he was saving time, obviously.
I was hungry.
Multitasking.
No, it's not multitask. That's like you goes in, but it comes out. Like how will you know?
Futurama episode when Bender is a human and he's like, I'm gonna eat and go to the bathroom at the same time.
I
What?
was hungry.
Oh no.
All right,
Cereal?
everyone.
Start off the day.
Yeah, so let's begin the podcast with the topic, which Olivia will take it from here. Go on, Olivia.
It's Canada Day, July 1st.
Yes, it is.
Okay, hold on. Chris, you can't play the drums.
That was my foot kicking my drumstick.
Don't. I can hear them. I'm sorry to interrupt, but this is not our band podcast.
It is the band podcast. I forgot to mention. Everyone except me, they're all in a fake band.
Jake, you're in the band too.
Oh, I'm in the band too. What do I play?
You're the manager.
I'm manager.
You play the pan drum.
The steel drum.
Yeah.
No, you don't.
I don't have any steel drum. Lego. I don't have any steel drum music I can put on for you guys to hear.
What is a steel drum?
It's the cool like.
I'm gonna look up Commando soundtrack.
Anyway, it's Canada Day, July 1st. It's like quite similar to how Americans have 4th of July.
A little less patriotic.
A little bit less, yeah. But this year specifically is Canada's 150th birthday.
150th birthday since Canada's liberty, right?
Since white people colonized Canada.
No, white people colonized Canada a long time ago.
They were released from the British Dominion.
Yeah, when we were released, we gained our minor independence.
Yeah, we escaped from the huge jail they had. Mr. Henry Canada escaped from the British jail.
Yeah,
and he joined John Johnson, Space Marine, and they had to fight Independence Day. Have you seen that movie? It's Canada.
Yeah, that's actually how Canada became autonomous.
Yeah, if you guys didn't realize, we were all prisoners until that happened.
What?
We also helped blow up the Death Star.
Yeah, that was accurate.
Yeah, that's a very important plot point.
Anyways,
words.
Canada 150 is sort of like a celebration of all the years, just cultural genocide with Native Americans, Aboriginal.
I love genocide.
No,
it's Chris.
Yeah, no, it is kind of funny how we're like celebrating Canada as it is, but technically Canada is a cultural genocide. We have completely destroyed the culture of the Native North Americans, and they've lost their culture and they're forced to be our culture now, and it's unfortunate. But we celebrate with fireworks, and they explode, and they make lots of loud, and
lots of loud.
Yeah, when we celebrate Canada Day, honestly, that's not what we think about. Obviously, yeah, that's technically what we're celebrating, but when we think Canada Day, it's more to do with the fact that we're proud to be Canadian.
It's kind of like the work that was put into becoming an autonomous country.
Yeah, and there was a lot of work, because we did start out as a colony, and we were working for like an empire, but then eventually we became our own.
Earlier today, I ate a whole bunch of alfalfa sprouts, and those things, it's crazy how much they just make you feel like a giant eating grass. I don't know.
Wait, what?
Actually,
alfalfa sprouts?
Oh, what?
Speaking of eating and all that stuff, I've noticed a new trend with me.
Yeah?
Because I work at Starbucks, so I get unlimited coffee.
Of course, yeah.
But
nice.
Lately, I started to notice that
you've been going shit a lot more.
I really have.
We're going back to that.
Yeah, we're going back to the toilet.
We're going back to the toilet, but seriously, I'll look at my coworker Matt. He's probably one of my favorite people to work with there, because me and him just hate our lives so much that we get joy out of hearing how shit each other's lives are. But no,
friendship.
I look at him and I'm like, dude, you know what I forgot to do on my break? And he's like, what? I'm like, go take a shit. Like, every time at work, they're always like, Aries,
there's a train.
There's a train. And they're like, Aries, you have a break. You know that, right? I'm like, yeah, but I didn't need to go then. Would I just finish my coffee now when I'm off my break?
You want to know why? It's because coffee is a laxative.
It is.
Well, dude, it's really helping me with some nice shits.
Yeah.
Okay, my coffee shits are usually not very nice.
Yeah, I gotta
This is not good content.
They're not nice, but they do clean you out.
Guys.
Yes.
Just as a reminder to those who are watching this live, because this was originally recorded live, we're not really going to be touching the chat in this, so I will not really be acknowledging the chat very much. I am reading it. I'm reading it right now. Right now we only have one viewer who's messaging, and it's Crazy Monkey Man. Don't expect us to be like talking to you. It's just, this is something to listen to, so just listen. If you can't listen to it all now, listen to it later. Don't worry, it's chill. It's just...
Or just don't listen to it, 'cause it's bad.
Well, actually,
It's kind of a waste of your time.
for Olivia, Brittany, and Jake,
Right.
how was like your first few months of like after graduation?
I immediately deleted everyone.
Oh, yeah.
I just did it.
One at a time. Brittany, go first.
That's what I was doing.
Yeah, she was going. We were going one at a time.
That was already happening. You're like, guys, one at a time, please. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So I deleted everyone that I've ever talked to except for Olivia and Meg.
I just did that today. I just remembered I should probably delete all my high school friends I never talked to, and I did that like a couple hours ago.
And then it, like, I know in the last day I got really like emotional because it's like, I'm a Virgo and I don't like.
I thought you were gonna say I'm a virgin, and
whoa, whoa.
That will be the next discussion for the next episode.
No, we're gonna leave that.
Anyways, no. So, what were we? Yeah. So, like, I don't like change. I was like, oh, I'm out of I'm not in control of my surroundings anymore. But then I realized that there's no reason to be upset because it wasn't like fun at school. Like, it was like I was living there basically. It was just like, oh, this is my situation I have to deal with. But it wasn't like fun, and it wasn't good. It was fine, but it wasn't great. And then I don't know. I just basically felt like, oh, what am I gonna do now? And then I went to college and stuff. No, I went back, but yeah.
right, yeah, you did go back. That was funny.
For me, I honestly, graduating was the worst for the longest time because I took a year off. I did the same thing Brittany did. I deleted all of the people I knew in high school because I was like, none of these people are really my friends, and I moved away. So the only people I kept were basically you guys. Because like I don't really have I'm not gonna have an association with these people at all. Like I don't really see what the point is. Because we're all going in different directions. And you'll realize that once you graduate, go to universities, your friends probably are going to go in completely different directions as you. And that's normal. I hated it because I spent months basically at home doing nothing. And occasionally I would, do the extra work. Like, for people that don't know, like I do background acting because Vancouver's like really well known for film.
I also do background acting.
Yeah. And so getting called like maybe twice a month up until now. Only now are things changing, and there's only 2 more months until I go into university. So I literally spent basically a year in depression.
With making very little money.
Yeah, making very little money to support my family.
Your 2 sons?
Yeah, my 2 sons. I think the only thing good that came out of me graduating was just the time that I got to spend with myself. You know, like the time I got to spend with my boyfriend, and just
And
free time.
us, your friends.
Yeah, you guys too. And like when I got to spend time with you guys, I could do vlogs, and that was, I guess, cool because then I have a memory where I can say, yeah, you know what, that day I had fun and I did something and I felt like I accomplished something and I felt social, because it's really unnatural for me to be at home and doing nothing. Like I need to be outside. I need to be doing things. So I prefer a busy schedule, even though I get so sick and overworked when I am busy, but I almost prefer it because I don't know. I need my mind to keep going.
Yeah, no, I mean, when I got out of school, it's over like 2 years ago now. That was back, yeah, it was in 2015. It was quite. I was scared because I didn't want to. Previously, for every other year of my life, when I would graduate from school, I mean, no, I don't want to graduate. When I finished a school year, when the year is finished, the school year, we entered summer, and it was summer was always a time where I could relax, have no responsibilities, and just chill. But what happened is the final year, summer arrived, and I realized that, this summer is never gonna end, and like that's something I'm gonna have to deal with. It's basically like this time there was responsibilities, is what I'm trying to say. This time I had to go get a job, which I actually already had a job at the time, but I had to keep the job. I had to be making money. It was scary. It didn't feel like summer anymore. It felt like my life was completely changing, and I was really, really sad, and scared, and
it feels like you lose structure.
It's in there.
You lose structure.
Okay, Chris, please mute your mic.
I had my phone turned off anyway, so it would have taken like a second to open it.
All right, Olivia, you continue.
I was just saying, like, you were saying that it was scary, and I was just saying that, like, yeah, it's like you lose structure because it's no longer summer anymore. It's like the beginning of, like, you have to make your life now.
And that's why I highly suggest you go to university if you don't know what you're doing, because it helps guide you in that step, and they give you connections towards your career. And that's what I'm currently doing. It's a lot of money, though. It's debt for the rest of your life.
True. Like, it might be good to join university or college for some people, but like if you don't have the means of like finances or whatever, I don't know, like just go to work, and then but don't go to work forever. Just like go to work for a little bit. Work at somewhere that you like if you can. Like it really helps when you enjoy your job, or at least enjoy the people, because life will just get mundane and annoying and really like just not like you don't want to do your regular day. You won't want to like keep working at it and keep continuing if it's shitty. But yeah, like do that, and then also if you have any hobbies that you really like, then just like keep working at that, because I don't know, hobbies are fun.
Yeah, you can discover who you are. I was gonna say about like the financial thing. If you don't have the financial means, well, actually, if you're in Canada, I'm not really sure how it works in other places, but I know in Canada, like student loans, like honestly, when you get student loans and you have that student loan debt, it's not the same as bank debt. Bank debt, they're after you, but student loan debt's a little bit different. Like you don't really think about it.
It's kind of just there.
Also, if you're 65 in Canada, you can go to university for free, which I think is the most stupid thing ever, but it's a thing.
All right, that's my plan.
When you turn 65, I think when I turn 65, I'm going to get into psychology and I'm going to do like astrotherapy.
Well, I'm thankful to have your guys's stories because I've finished my online English 12, so I am graduated now. But as I was going through school, I'd still like go into my Mowat, the school that I go to, and I'd still go into the library, and that's what I do with my online English.
Mm-hmm.
And that was okay because I still got to like see some of my friends sometimes and all that. Now that I'm out and I'm done, the only time I ever leave my house is to go to my job, which I only work 3 days a week. But if not, I sit in the exact same chair that I'm sitting in right now, playing video games, staring at my TV screen. I don't go out. That
is so relatable.
I've left all my. I feel like a sad sack of shit. Like I sit in this chair, and have my headphones on, playing video games with my online friends because who needs real friends, right? But yeah, so that's pretty much just what I do, and I try to like keep my room clean and presentable.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, I kind of just let go, and I have like pop cans just littered across my table. I have like old Domino's stuff. I have Starbucks from today. Like, I have like lost control now that school's over.
Yeah,
I mean, it really helps when you're in a band and you can like play the bass and write music.
It really helps when we're all together, like that once every 3 months.
Yeah, that would be great.
Aries, you can literally, and that's the same for you guys, like, you guys can pretty much come over to our house whenever, as long as we're not working. I know it's kind of a commute, but, like, you guys are welcome to come here and hang out. And, like,
play music.
Or we...
And, yeah, play music. And
hey, I'm gonna do a transition to our next topic.
Yeah?
Are we welcome to come there anytime?
No! Oh! Okay, we need to come up with
the podcast, everyone. Thanks for coming out.
Jake, why would you react like that? You are all for that.
I was all for that, wasn't I? Okay, I think it's time that we,
Get a change of head.
Pardon me, I'm gonna go kill my dog.
I think it's time that we did explain why we started podcasting, why we wanted to do this.
Yeah, alright.
And the events that led to us saying, hey, let's do this.
Oh my god! Yes! That guy on the train.
Yes, the guy.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, well, I will say one thing. A lot of us have, like, all 5 of us have been wanting to do a podcast for a while. We didn't really know. We're like, I don't really know. But then, one fateful day, someone continue the story.
Who wants to say the story?
I have no idea what you guys are talking about, so I hope someone just starts the story.
Were you even there?
No!
I killed my dog.
We've already talked about it.
Guys, she wasn't there.
She was... Okay, fine.
What are you guys talking
All
about?
right.
I was gone. I had to kill my dog.
So...
The podcast guy.
Welcome.
No, don't talk about...
Can we talk about Blackfish?
Oh, let's talk about the documentary Jake watched.
No, guys.
No, okay.
A story about the train guy.
Hang on, everyone. We've wanted to do a podcast for a while, and we've been on and off about it. But one day, like, what is it? 2 months ago now?
It wasn't that long ago.
No, it was like a month.
Yeah, a month ago.
It was in May.
We were all just hanging out in Vancouver, and it was near the end of our time together. Bort Dad had already gone. Dad had gone home.
I got on my train.
Just Jake, Olivia, Chris, and I, Aries, who took the subway to get back to Jake and Olivia's house.
Subway.
The
The
subway.
subway. Dude, it's
We took the
Subway.
SkyTrain. Sorry.
You can't
SkyTrain.
disclose our
Stop.
fuck.
We live in Vancouver.
You tried. You
Location,
tried,
that's
Chris.
the word I was looking for.
But I
was
said
thinking
we were in
location.
Vancouver. So, we were all taking the SkyTrain home, and the whole day, Jake was just so fixated on this documentary about where he saw these 5 guys jack off a whale to keep the semen to impregnate other whales or something like that.
Yes! No, okay, no, it was a documentary on SeaWorld. It's called Blackfish, and there's a scene where they beach an orca whale, they pull out his 10-meter dick, and they jerk it, and then they take it, they put it into a plastic Ziploc bag, they take the plastic
10 meters?
Ziploc bag to a different SeaWorld, and they put it into the... They're really long. Have you seen how long they're...
I also thought it was dead while Jake told us this story, which is really fucked up.
10 meters.
Come on, Jake. You gotta mute your microphone. You can't have your mom on the stream.
I did mute my mic. I muted it for OBS, don't worry.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, Jake was fixated on this documentary about jacking off a
5
whale.
guys, 1 whale.
And on the train, he turns around and he looks at me, and I don't remember who was sitting beside me. It was either Chris or Aries, because like we were sitting in 4 chairs, like in rows or whatever. Turns around and he's like, 5 guys, 1 whale, and I give him a look of like, Jake, what is wrong with you? And as this is happening, there's a guy standing beside us, and he looks at us and he laughs. He thought he understood what 5 guys, 1 whale was. He thought it was funny.
He understood it.
He proceeds to listen to our conversation. We're just like bantering and babbling, just saying random things. And he's like, you guys are hilarious. You guys should have a podcast. And he goes on and he talks about how he like went to Ontario for like a screenwriting course, and he knows all these people and stuff like that. And this is just some random white guy that like came back from tennis or something. But yeah, that's pretty much the make it or break it of we decided, you know what? Let's do it. Let's just do the podcast.
Aries.
I was also like ready to pass out that entire time. I had such a bad headache on that ride home.
Surreal.
It was surreal. It was like I was like hallucinating this strange man beside us.
Yo, Chris, make sure you drink more water. If you're gonna get a headache while you're out in the sun, it means you need more water, hey?
I also just forgot to bring Advil or anything that entire day.
You should have asked me. I probably had some. I got drugs.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's too late.
Aries is
I'm sure
temporarily
I think I
gone.
still have some. No.
Sorry, Aries is temporarily gone. He will return, but he's...
Yeah, I added him back, but he's dead.
Okay. Anyway, I was thinking that we should name the podcast 5 Guys, 1 Whale, because...
That's a bad... No.
It's the only reason why we're doing this is because of that joke and the old man who's like, ha ha ha, I'm white and rich. You guys should do that because I took a screenwriting course in Ontario.
Hey, that guy was definitely not rich. He was on the SkyTrain, Jake.
Hey, tourists take the SkyTrain all the time.
It's
Okay, well,
fun.
he didn't sound foreign. He was from Canada. He was talking about Ontario.
Yeah, maybe he's from Ontario and he came to be a tourist over here and he didn't want to have to rent a
People in
vehicle.
Ontario were not rich.
People in... I don't know. They can be rich and you can have a rich man anywhere.
Okay.
You can have a rich man anywhere.
Yeah.
You can have a
Dude,
rich man anywhere.
You said Aries is temporarily gone, but honestly, I think he's stuck.
He's
I don't know
stuck.
if he knows how to get back.
No,
I added him back.
You did?
But he's not. He's offline, so I don't know what happened.
He'll join back soon.
Hold on. Whose phone was that?
Yeah, who the fuck was that?
It was mine. I'm on. Do
What
not
the
disturb.
How do we kick people?
Olivia, you can't.
It's on Do Not Disturb. I don't
You
know
can't.
why it vibrated.
You cannot, under any circumstance. This is an unforgivable crime.
Okay, next topic.
All right, next topic, Olivia's jail sentence.
I say 5 years.
Death penalty.
No, that's illegal in Canada.
5 years.
5 years. I think that's pretty good for a vibrating phone.
5
Yeah,
years,
but
1
5
whale.
And registered sex offender.
1 whale.
5 years. 1 jail.
Good one, Jake.
Yeah.
You improved on my joke that Brittany stole from me.
Whoa.
Shut up.
Okay.
At the end of the podcast, I'll play some of Commando's soundtrack so you guys know what the steel drum sounds like.
It sounds beautiful, and I think Jake should get one and learn.
So,
how to play it.
what are your guys' suggestions for the name of the podcast? I want to hear them, like legitimate suggestions.
Is there people?
I have a question. Where are you streaming this?
To Pikmin
YouTube.
Jake?
Pikminjake.com/youtube.pikminjake.
It's not showing up, though.
Oh yeah, it wasn't showing up for me too, actually.
It's only for gay people.
I'm
Yeah.
I'm the most gay.
You're not gay enough.
I had to go to
Because
his
you're only
channel.
half
Are you
gay?
Brittany?
No,
Chris needs to die.
that's not a thing.
Can you be gay?
Bipolar. Wait, that wasn't the word I was looking for.
Jake, I'm actually like very annoyed that you just said that. Please don't do that.
Jake?
Question.
What did Jake say?
Jake.
You said that I was half gay. That's not what.
Yeah, you're only
that's not
half
what that
gay.
is. No, don't. You have to take that back right now. That's not a
Take
thing.
it
No,
back.
Jake. take it
Bro,
back.
okay, so what did you want to name the podcast?
Brittany, are you bisexual or gay?
It's not half and half.
No,
Like I don't.
Listen, Brittany, I didn't say that. I'm asking a different question.
Yeah, we're asking if you're half.
No, that's not what
No.
I'm asking.
I
I'm
want-
asking if she's bisexual.
Actually, I'm asking what,
This
what do you
podcast
want
is
to name?
Different
the
from
end of
gay.
our
That is
friendship.
something else.
What do you want to name the podcast?
Oh, I found it.
Freaking just call it discourse. Because, like,
Let's name it Chris Needs to Die.
That's
Chris
not nice.
must die. Yo, dude, Aries is, like, actually dead.
The weirdest thing is that this is like the actual video is kind of delayed, so I just heard myself speak, and it scared me so bad.
Question.
Yes.
No.
If someone has multiple personality disorder, and one of their personalities is gay and one of them is straight, are they half gay?
Yes.
Checkmate.
They're no, they are
Brittany.
half gay.
What are we talking
Actually,
about?
no, they're only a quarter gay because only half
What-
the time are they half gay.
What are we talking about?
So that makes them a quarter gay.
Purple.
Okay.
Purple.
What are we
people. People with multiple personality disorder. If one of their other personalities is gay, but their normal personality is straight, are they half gay?
I don't know enough about it.
They're a quarter gay
But how are they a quarter gay?
because only half of them is half gay.
No,
Jake-
what? Half of them is,
Personalities is full on gay, not half gay.
and half gay is not a thing. Stop. Oh my god, I'm gonna. Ugh. Guys, that's not how sexuality works. It's not half and half. It's not like. It's fluid. Oh, can we not talk about this?
Look who's triggered.
The gay one.
Oh.
Whoa.
Dude, we're not saying you're half gay.
That's what.
I
That's what Jake was saying.
I know. I was just saying that to mess with you. I realized that saying half gay makes no sense. That's why I was saying quarter gay.
Okay.
Cool. What was the next topic?
I don't.
It was the multiple
know.
personality thing, but you guys didn't really expand on it too much. Oh, I got a topic.
Yes.
Okay. So, when I was at work the other day, I was talking to this boy, and he was like telling me, what came first, the chicken or the egg? And I was like, oh, that's easy, it's the egg. But what led to that question was, why did the chicken cross the road? So now that we figured out that the egg became for the chicken, why did the chicken cross the road?
I was
Health-
on Twitter.
For health insurance.
He probably just crossed the road because there's something over there he needed to get to the other side for.
Is he crossing the border?
Whoa. I was actually thinking maybe like he was crossing the beams.
The beam?
He's
Goes
actually crossing over
dimensions.
He's crossing over to the other side of life. He's dying. He's
Dude,
dying.
you know what? Actually, what I think Aries ditched us because he said he was going to hang out with some other friends.
No, he didn't.
Yeah, he did.
No, he didn't. Don't say that.
He said he was going to hang out with friends tonight.
No,
Aries.
He's like, he was talking so much about this and like being like, I really want to make this podcast.
You can't trust the bassists; they're useless.
They're just they're the worst.
It's not even a real instrument.
That's the truth, guys.
It's not even a real instrument. I don't think that's the truth.
No.
What instrument do you guys all play just for the people watching, listening? I mean,
I play the guitar.
I play my lungs.
I play the clarinet.
Hey, no, wait, no, okay. Brittany, you play something
Brittany,
else, don't you?
My voice box.
You play vocal cords.
No, I also play lungs though.
Vocal cord heresy.
I have to, Olivia. I have to breathe.
Yeah, but that's not an instrument. That's not what the sound.
Who you play something else though? You play the Merlin.
Yes.
And,
I also play Harry Potter.
And Chris plays the drums. He does not play the clarinet. We do not have a clarinet. And of course,
I would
Aries.
really like to get some air instruments. Someone that can, like, you know, play a trombone or trumpet or like a saxophone. That would be so legit.
And Aries plays the bass guitar.
But he's gone. He's not here. He ditched us.
He's dead.
I miss Aries.
I accidentally killed him.
That's just how it is.
So, is this the end of the podcast?
How long has it gone for?
40 minutes.
Whoa.
It would have been longer if Aries was here.
Okay, yeah, I guess that's it.
All right, then.
Can we continue being friends and talking after though?
No, our friendship is over.
Or do we have to stop being friends?
Our friendship is over.
this-
We put
hey,
this on
Brittany,
just for this
Yeah.
You have to
podcast.
separate. You gotta separate. You know, your work life with like outside relations. So like we can't be friends.
Oh.
We're coworkers.
Professional and intimate relationships.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
like that Seinfeld episode where Jerry Seinfeld hires a maid, but the maid is like he starts like dating the maid, but like it's like a professional it's like a professional relationship where it's like outside of work they're not a couple, but when they are working, when she is working, it is a couple. And then in the end, they find out that they're pretty sure that she was a sex worker.
This reminds me of the time I was watching a show, and a guy on there had two relationships, but he couldn't pick which woman to date, and one of them made really good kimchi, and the other one had a dog. And then he basically was like, why don't I just tell them both and then make an arrangement? And then it didn't work, and he had no one.
Damn. That feels like Chris. He has no one.
Wait, what? What?
What?
I wasn't even paying attention. I was
Chris had to choose between two women. He made arrangements, but he has no one now.
Wait, there was
Oh
more
man, I
than one?
bandaged out at a wrong time. Damn it.
So, is this the end of the podcast?
Yeah. Thanks everybody for coming out to our
The next
podcast.
podcast will be about my love life.
Happy Canada Day.
Can you please outro yourselves? So, who are you?
I'm Olivia. Hey.
I'm Chandler Bing.
Well, no.
Oh, wow.
Olivia, where can they find you?
You can find me at Monoceros. It should be in like Jake's favorite channels. Pikmin Jake's favorite.
It should be, and then it's not, and you have to.
No, it is. It is Brittany because Jake is a good sibling.
But it's not.
It is.
Ooh, it's whoops.
Brittany, who are you?
I'm Brittany, and you can find me at Mama Ramasama on everything in the world.
Instagram.
Just Google it,
Twitter.
And you'll find me.
For those who
Facebook.
don't know, Brittany is the voice actor for the new voice actor for Sunny in End of Twig and Pick Pick.
Also the older one as well, but also Sunny is making a comeback, and she's coming back even hotter than before. So
She's not making a comeback. She's dead.
Oh, there
I'm
are
just scared,
fireworks
like, tonight I'm
outside.
gonna go to the bank and then I'm gonna go to
I thought there were
7-Eleven.
gunshots.
How is everyone else's night gonna go? You leave
hold on. What about Chris?
Yeah,
Just
Chris.
tell us.
No, not really.
Let's just talk about Chris and then end the podcast, and we can talk about our non-professional lives.
No,
Then.
I was literally saying to people should leave in their comments what they're doing tonight.
Oh.
Yes, if anyone is watching right now and would like to share with us what they're planning on doing tonight, even though none of them are Canadians, so...
Yeah. Just tell me what you're doing.
The guy I banned is Canadian. But he can't really say anything.
Who are all these, anti-Chris people? The only people we have watching are people who hate Chris.
Those are my Twitter friends. I linked them to stream.
So, Chris,
so many.
Who are you, Chris?
I don't even know anymore. I'm Chris. You can find me at my Twitter is ChrisCatSSB, and then my YouTube channel is probably a link somewhere on Jake's stream.
Not on on my
Not on
channel,
the
but
stream.
yeah, it's Chris
On my
Cat
channel,
Gamer.
yeah.
Actually,
It's actually ChrisCatSSB now.
oh yeah, it's even though you
shit.
don't even play Super Smash Brothers anymore, and
actually
also
Harvest Moon.
you could also find him at Harvest Moon 8109 because he is the creator of Pikmin Adventures, everyone's favorite classic plush Pikmin
Series. Pikmin show.
It's a dead series. And Aries was here too. He was a voice actor for my series. He might return. I don't know. And Aries has his own channel where he plays Rainbow Six Siege, and the only person who watches
In
his
quotations.
streams, the only person who watches his streams is Red Physical, which is a good fan
We
of
all
mine.
love Red Physical.
Yeah.
And thank you all for coming down. Good night. Good night. The stream will be up tomorrow. Good night.
Good night.
Love you.
Yeah.
Love you. Sleep tight. Have a
Han
good.
Solo dies in The Force Awakens.
I'm gonna.
Grab your
Okay.
razor scooter.
What? Is it done?
I also gotta go pee and enjoy.
Steel drum.